of our dear friend Richard Bullard, who sadly we lost a week tomorrow, I believe. So we're actually requesting that people that knew Richard, if they would kindly donate some money to get Richard a nice wreath. The first act of this evening is a very dear friend of Richard's, and well, she's got a song to sing especially for Richard, and I hope we all enjoy ourselves. Richard didn't want us all to be sad and mourning his departure, but anyway, we're here tonight to party, to celebrate the International Year of Disabled People, and that's what we're going to do. So, furthermore, I'd like to welcome on stage the one and only, the bollocks to you, Claire Lewis.
Hello. I figured seeing as last time I came here I didn't start with the bollocks song, and I got into terrible trouble with my audience who heckled me until I agreed to play it. It was mostly Christine Chidzomba, by the way, but, you know, everyone always ends up getting the blame for what Christine does. So tonight I thought I'd better start with it before you boo me off. So are you in the mood for some singing? Okay, is there anybody in here who hasn't heard the bollocks song before? Oh, there's a few. Right, okay. There's a chorus at the end and you've got to join in with it, or I won't stop playing it forever. So it's easier just to join in when the time comes. And the chorus goes like this. Bollocks to you and bollocks to you and bollocks to you and bollocks to you. Then you can do that. Will you have a little go with me now? That's beautiful. And bollocks to you, bollocks to you and bollocks to you and bollocks to you and bollocks to you. Look, this is disability therapy. Don't laugh. It'll make you better. Promise. You remember that Mary Poppins song, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? You know, when you can't think of anything else to say, this is what you say, bollocks to you. Okay. I haven't even done it yet. Yeah. Cool. Oh, I've just been told that we just got sorted that somebody from Dan will be speaking at Richard's funeral, which was beginning to get a bit dodgy. So that's great news. Thanks, Andy, for sorting that out. Okay, this song is by The Fugitives. God, I wish it was mine. Gotten out against the poor handicapped. Some of them even drink beer, and I don't mind admitting I mix with them the odd time one wanders in here. I've been known to buy Jack a Newcastle Brown. He's blind and he uses a crutch. We always let him sit here next to us, mind. Nobody talks to him much. Well, me sister's bairn was born spastic, confined to an invalid chair. But it's marvellous what all them specialist schools can do for those poor kids like her. So don't make fun of the handicapped, because some of them have feelings too. It's not their fault that they're made like they are. Just be thankful it's not one of you. And I think they were sent for a bloody good cause, just to make normal folks stop and think. There, but for the grace of the good Lord, go I. Here, does anyone want one more drink? Yeah. You're our champion, defender of all poor crits. Well, I just can't believe the crap that I've heard that comes pouring out of your lips. You like to keep us where you think we belong, with sentiment and prejudice. I hope that some tosspot talks shite about you next time you go out on the piss. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bollocks to you and bollocks to you and bollocks to you and bollocks to you. Bollocks to you and bollocks to you and bollocks to you and bollocks to you. Bollocks to you and bollocks to you, yeah. Bollocks to you. Bollocks to you. Bollocks to you and bollocks to you and bollocks to you. Bollocks to you. Bollocks to you and bollocks to you and bollocks to you and bollocks to you. Bollocks to you and bollocks to you and bollocks to you and bollocks to you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Right, hello, good evening. I'd just like to thank Claire, actually, for an absolutely beautiful performance. I can't promise to be anywhere near as beautiful as her, either visually or in terms of vocals. And for anyone who can make the word bollocks actually sound pretty within a song, you know, that's great. So I'm going to be a bit rougher. So I'm going to do first song called Ain't Been Called No, dedicated to my son Josh, who couldn't be here tonight. And basically this is about all those bastards that always stop you doing what you want to do.
Man 1 says it's not for you. Man 2 says no can do. Man 3 says why do you think it should be free. Man 4 simply shuts the door. Man 5 says you shouldn't be alive. Man 6 says you make him sick. Man 7 says the same as 11. Man 8 is consumed with hate. Hey man, you don't need this denial in your life. Don't let them diss you, man. They ain't got the right. 'Cause it's judgment hour for the pushers of power. See them devoured as the world turns sour. 'Cause it's judgment hour for the pushers of power. See them devoured as the world turns sour. Give these bigots the finger. Don't let their bad smell linger. Change the atmosphere and get your focus clear. 'Cause there's visions don't honour division that lead to submission to the fucking system. Gotta make your life, gotta make your life your life. You gotta make your life, gotta make your life your life. You gotta make your life, gotta make your life your life. You gotta make your life, gotta make your life your life. You gotta take control, you gotta take control, you gotta take control.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please remain in your seats and maintain absolute silence as we welcome to the stage the psychics to the stars.
I've got a message for you later. Stay with us. Stay with us. What did your mother do to deserve you? Don't worry, my love. It'll be better in your next life. As I always say, there's no handicaps in heaven. That one over there, not yet dead. I think you're a bit mistaken. Have you seen him? Good evening, everyone. I'm sure you recognise us from the papers. From Disability Now. I'm Glow, and this is Het, and we are the world's first equal opportunity psychics. Oh yes, we have the power of dual communication. To be honest, we only got the idea when we saw that blind Irish medium, Sharon Neal. Con artist. Oh, somebody's coming through. They're 6'4". Oh no, they're 4'6". Oh no, they're 4 inches tall. Oh no, they're the size of a leprechaun. Oh, I don't fucking know. I'm blind. Thinks she can see into other worlds. Don't make me laugh. She can't even see in this fucking world. But if she can charge 10 quid a ticket, so can we. Anyway, me and Het, we have them real psychotic powers. Everywhere we go, we see spooks and weirdos. There's a particularly strong presence here tonight. Oh, they're coming through me, the spirits are speaking to me. Come to Glow. Is there anybody there? Is there anybody? I hope it's not like that last seance when that spirit carer followed me home. Stop that, you stupid cow. Stop pushing me in that direction. Take the tartan blanket off my legs. Stop it. Only way I could get rid of her was to call in social services to do an exorcism. 4 years waiting list. That's Birmingham fucking City Council for you. Paul Green amongst others, you can't get the staff. Oh, something's coming through. Mr. Misery's in the vicinity. Mr. Doom is in the room. Oh my, if it isn't Diane Pretty with us tonight. Yeah, you never fucking came to these events when you were alive. Why'd you start coming to them now you're dead, eh? So what do you want, my love? What, you made a terrible mistake? You wish you were still alive? Well, what you reap is what you sow, my love. Now fuck off back to your cloud. Come on. Oh, there's a loud bloody noise, wailing and singing. Wailing and singing. It's that Dame Thora Heard again. Still stuck in purgatory on a Stana stairlift. Moaning old cow. Go on. Go on. You try summoning up one of yours. Go on. Oh dear gosh. Well, that's just bleeding typical of the deaf. As soon as they find out there's a game of bingo, they fuck off. Well, I'm staying here. The energy is flowing in this room and I'm going nowhere. So hold on and help me here. Oh, I feel I'm being moved by the spirits tonight. Either that or I'm being fucking struck down with epilepsy. My family and I would like to cordially invite you to the NEC to an exhibition, HRH, Her Royal Hips, an exhibition of the Queen Mother's artificial hip joints, platinum Zimmer frames, plus the opportunity to ride in my mobility golf buggy for the bargain price of £9.99. Margaret, pull your knickers up. We've all seen your party trick before. And get back in your wheelchair. Last around the pearly gates as a rotten Republican. Oh, why did you, Glow? Why did you bring me here? You know I can't fucking stand the disabled. Look at them, and have you heard their songs? Oh, choices and rights in our lives. Choices and rights.
Welcome here on my left here, on your right, a very old and good friend of mine. Me and Andy have been working, making music for, God, at least 13 years. At least 13 years. We wrote songs together. We'll play some of them tonight. And just like, you probably know me, but can we have a big hand, please, for Andy Morgan? Thank you. Okay. Is he back? Hey, I'm going to start, hell. This is, we'll dedicate this one to Lord Joff. That rhymes with fuck off, by the way. He's bringing in a patient-assisted dying bill, and we were very proud to go down to the House of Lords early this year and get it stopped. Pretty close thing, though, so keep your eye on it. I'm reading tabloids of fear and passion around a funeral pyre. My social worker says I qualify if I expire. The insurance man, he's hedging his bets. Families gathering around my bed. I'm lying at the gates of heaven and I'm not dead yet. The doctor's popping in with pills like a graveyard junkie. There's a nurse dressed in black saying assisted suicide is funky. My mother and father, they knew what's best. They wanna kick Joe Egg out of the nest. I'm lying at the gates of heaven and I'm not dead yet. Artificial life, costly compassion, tube force feeding, audience reaction, quality of life versus life support. Vegetate, vegetable, spare your lover. The man in the next bed is and Doddle and Dick. He says if I can't masturbate, get me a hat saying kill me quick. His sexual perversion is killing me. He's gotta get a grip of responsibility. Lying at the gates of heaven, and I'm not dead yet. The pearly gates are ramped, I know I've just been there. I was kind of surprised to see St. Ian roll up in his wheelchair. I said, hey Ian, I wanna go back. He said, go and give a shit to Dr. Quack. I'm lying at the gates of heaven, and I'm not dead. Lying at the gates of heaven, I'm not dead. Lying at the gates of heaven, I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. Na 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 na, not dead yet. Na 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 na, not dead yet. Lying at the gate dead, yeah. Thank you very much.
It's International Day today, and today I'm bringing you a story of a disabled woman in the States that a few of you will have heard of from the internet. There's a woman called Terry Schiavo, who's been dumped in a hospice in the States. She's a disabled woman, she's not sick, and her husband's trying to have her killed off. They started trying to kill her off a few weeks back, and Governor Bush had to bring in a new resolution and managed to have a feeding tube reinserted. This is a song about Terry Schiavo. It's Terry's 40th birthday today. I think she's very lucky to still be in existence. And I don't know, I just wrote this for Terry, and I think there's some power in this story. It's why Dan campaigns against nursing homes and institutions. There's more to it than people are just being dumped there. It's going somewhere. It's going somewhere that's cheapest for society. It's going somewhere where people make profit out of our incarceration. And when they run out of bed space, they're going to start killing us. And they're starting with Terry. They're changing the law. They changed the law in Florida to enable them to kill her by starvation, because there's nothing else wrong with her. So they can call food life support. Now, I'm not being funny, but when we had our buffet earlier, nobody said, come and get your life support. So anyway, Terry's case is quite important, and it's her birthday today. Terry Schiavo's husband had her 12 years dumped inside in a hospice run by those who campaign for the right to die. And a crooked lawyer, Fellows, and eugenic Judge Greer bent Florida law, giving them the right to kill. They stopped Terry from feeding and from taking drink, the only legal way to kill her, because she wasn't ill. And while they're building the biggest institution there has ever been, this touches every one of us while we're still hanging in. You should be afraid, you should really be afraid. They are taking our people and locking them away. You should be afraid, you should really be afraid. Every one of us could end up there, and then it will be too late. Terry had some luck after 1 week of dehydration. Florida House's new law gave a stay of execution. Her feeding tube was reinserted, but her husband's back in court, and no one knows if she will get to live or be killed off. I wonder what kind of fire protection do they have in these homes? Is there sprinklers in the ceilings? Is there sprinklers in the walls? And when they push the law so far that they can quietly kill us all, it won't be water hissing down the pipes, raining on us all. You should be afraid, you should really be afraid. They are taking our people and locking them away. Ooh, you should be afraid, you should be fucking afraid. It's the she wasn't ill. And while they're building the biggest institution there has ever been, this touches every one of us while we're still hanging in.
A little story. Josie was a wheelchair user. She spent 11 years inside. Just the institution where she was banged up without trial. 11 years the white coats met and talking down the lies. Dispensed the drugs politely until one day Josie died. Not me, said the social worker, I was Josie's friend. She was our best customer, I was with her till the end. I busted no resources were available at the time. I'm just an employee, can't put my job on the line. Not me, said the director, can't be held to blame. It's the politicians who make decisions, I'm just a pawn in their game. I agree most strongly that Miss Evans was done wrong, but the council wanted cuts, and I had to sing their song. Not long more. And the finger of guilt draws a circle in the sand. Who'll take the blame for the desperate and the damned? And which people vote for injustice in the land? Is it you or your mother? Is it you? Well, the leader of the council wrung his hands and shook his fists. You got to blame the government for a scandal such as this. Blame Thatcher, blame John Major, blame the ones that put them in. Then he went to wash his hands, declaring he was clean of sin. I give to charity every day, said John Major at the table. It's the very least I can do to help the poor disabled. Efficiency is what we need, poor management's to blame. Would you like a small donation to the memory of what's her name? And the finger of guilt draws a circle in the sand. Who'll take the blame for the desperate and the damned? And which people vote for injustice in the land? Is it you or your father? Is it you? Well, Josie left a letter which I found amongst the things. Said I survive, and my heart still has wings. They can take away my freedom, they can drug me with their lies, but they don't have my permission, and I hang on to my pride. Access United, we're strong. We don't go away because you know you're wrong. Access, you've had your way too long. We're here and we're gonna stay. You closed all the streets to shut us out of town. You tried to give us sweets as you took away our ground. We don't want treats as our rights are going down. What we want is access now. Access, demonstrate your rights. You got a right to be here, you got a right to fight. Access, no sacrifice. We're here and we're gonna stay. You borrow from your services, you barricade your pubs. You banish from your restaurants, your sleazy nightclubs. But the balloon's gone up and now it's down to us. What we want is access now. Free the city, free the town, with basic rights to be around. Demonstrate, get out today, don't let them take your rights away. Access, access, don't segregate. No cripple-free zone, and no apartheid. Access, access, no shut gate. We're here and we're gonna stay. You say your public toilets and trains and buses too, but when you say public, you only mean you. Well, we're members of the public and we got rights too. What we want is access now. Access, access, there's laws being passed to put the out of circulation borders out to grass. We won't take this, we're gonna kick ass. What we want is access now. Free the city, free the town, we basic rights to be around. Demonstrate, get out today, don't let them take your rights away. Access, access, don't segregate, no cripple-free zone and no apartheid. Access, access, no shut gate, we're here and we're gonna stay. Access, 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 what we want is access now.
What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Right, I'm going to do a Claire Lewis now. Where is everybody? What do we want? When do we want it? Okay. Second verse is civil rights. Third verse choices. You'll catch up. So here we go. What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Now. To demonstrate it is our right, one we should assert. Grab the hand of a man called Dan and make our voices heard. What do we want? Civil rights. When do we want them? Now. What do we want? Civil rights. When do we want them? Now. What do we want? Civil rights. When do we want them? Now. What do we want? Civil rights. When do we want them? Now. So come along and join our fight. Stand up for who you are. Join the march. Shout with pride, you're proud of who you are. Proud of who you, proud of who you, proud of who you are. What do we want? Choices. When do we want them? Now. What do we want? Choices. When do we want them? Now. What do we want? Choices. When do we want them? Now. What do we want? Choices. When do we want them? Now. We've had enough of closed-mind fools, had enough of hate. Time to take the lead from action, Dan. Time for a fear-free state. Time for fear-free, time for fear-free, time for a fear-free state. What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? When do we want it? Good night.
We're gonna
is surely the aim for the whole of mankind.